All right, God bless you guys. So I was just blocked out of Instagram on my main device, and I'm can't log back in on two other devices. Apparently, this one is older, and I don't know if they just can't block me out or what. But everybody's looking forward, to the time of the Zion giving birth. Right, God is going to birth His people. Okay, the waters above those that cheated. So there's a lot of things that I want to cover. This is going to kind of be all over the place. But just to give you guys an indication, we are definitely at the time, I believe. Everybody's been speculating when exactly this is supposed to happen. We've had many dates come and go. I only got about 40 minutes on here, so I don't want to make this that long. Like I said, this is going to be all over the place. But I saved some of the most relevant post that indicate to me God is ultimately the one in control of the AI system, where it is Satan's system, I believe, but he can override their bullcrap if he wants to. And there's many things that indicate to me, as I've shared on here since the eclipse, that he's ultimately the one in control, where I was given 2 strikes previous to the eclipse within 2 or 3 months. And we all know if you get 3 strikes in, I think, 6 months, your channel goes down. But a week after the eclipse, around the 13th or 14th, I was given a 3rd strike, my channel wouldn't go down. What happened? God ultimately overrode their decision. The globalists, these AI parasites, these cheats that are causing me to wake up every morning, and it's been like this for years. A whole kingdom full of hateful children have robbed, cursed, and oppressed me with sorceries and cursing and slander and scorning. And God is going to light all these people on fire now for what they've done. Okay, we're dealing with people that corrupted themselves, didn't guard their hearts, were leavened into the waters above, basically, from getting filled up with unclean spirits. Okay, they partook of Satan's wisdom. They rose early and corrupted all their doings, all right, by partaking of, vain philosophy and wisdom. And, but like I said, there's a lot of things that indicate to me that happened on my social media, numerous things that I just want to cover this real quickly if I can. As I said, it'll be all over the place, but God is ultimately in control. So, everybody's wondering, when is this birth going to happen? Some people think it's the Super Bowl. I think, yeah, it's any time now. Okay, we've had a lot of day counts come and go, or speculation about when this is all going to happen. But May 4th, I believe, was a critical turning point. May 4th, which was 666 hours of Israel's existence since May 14th. Okay, so funny, and it was also 911 months, right? May 4th. This was a critical turning point, I believe. I'm about to explain why. But now, right, we are, so I got this is, I never got past 1,700 subs since 2016, right? Until after April or May, I gained 1,600 subs after the eclipse within that month. Okay, and April 30th, I was at 5,911, right? So this was all God intentionally doing this, I believe. The spiritual waters above letting me at least know they're out of time. Okay, so this happened on April 30th, and then I was made aware the next day, okay, that Israel was 6,666 hours, right? So Mayday, right? We got a 9/11 situation on our hands. And, on the 4th, this was a critical turning point, I believe. Everybody in the etheric realm that climbed up another way was getting visions and could see who God's elect are, I believe. We are not even aware of it spiritually, but they could see it in the spirit. And this whole last 9 months, these hypocrites have been trying to resist and curse and stop us from ascending, knowing that this already happened, but still cursing instead of repenting, still cursing, waking up with grinding on my face every day. It is a righteous thing. God would plunge all these sinners into a pit of destruction now, which is what's going to happen, as the book of Enoch says. I think this is 65. Is that right? Okay, a command has gone forth from the presence of the Lord concerning those who dwell on the earth, that their ruin is accomplished. Because of their unrighteousness, their judgment has been determined now upon it, shall not be withheld by me forever. Because of the sorcery which they have searched out and learned, the earth and those who dwell upon it shall be destroyed. And they have no place of repentance forever. Okay, these are the damned. Okay, but as for thee, my son, the Lord of spirits knows thou art pure and guiltless of this shame, of this reproach concerning the secrets. Okay, and God has a remnant here on earth. which they're literally blocking me from communicating with my counterpart that God connected me with in August, September 2022, have literally been pretending to be her in our DMs here on Instagram. Okay. And she must have woken up, I believe, prior to what she said. She told me it was around the 4th or 5th. She came in, though, to play her part at that time, because she told me that I can see now strong on the 4th, or it was the 5th, right around that time. Like God rained on her. But I believe she woke up earlier because she sent me this message on the 16th of January. And indicates to me that she's, was able to see already. She said something about, I wish you could see it. And, I'm still boxed in the 3D realm, but this happened right around the 4th or the 5th. This I seen this in a comment on one of the posts on Instagrams. Okay, so she sent me this quote from Vincent Van Gogh on the January. Okay, and then this popped up. Right, this was in Tiffany's house. I was with Tiffany. I stayed with her a good part of that last year. She's psychic, apparently. She didn't flat out tell me that, but in many different ways. She even said something about being subhuman after the eclipse at some point. But there's a lot of things that indicate to me she knew exactly what was going on. And around the 4th or the 5th, she looked at me in like astonishment. She said, "Wow, you're getting married to Angelica?" She knew I had been talking to and communicating with her, right? And around the 8th, like I said, our cell phones stopped working, but Tiffany's seen it in a vision. She's seen it in a vision, and this thing was in her house. It was sitting there for a whole year, and I didn't even really look at it closely. This little placard, I don't know if I don't have if the rest of it is on here. There was a front and a back side. Okay, but anyways, yeah, there's a lot of things that indicate to me the 4th was a turning point for us, and everybody was made aware. Those that climbed up the wrong way. Psychic people here in our midst have known that basically the truth, and they're still trying to stop and oppress and rob and curse us. Okay, so all right, so May 4th. Now let's add 9 months, right? A full birth term is 280 days. And we are now, that, like I said, that was a critical point. I believe that was 666,000 hours since Israel was a nation. 911 months, right? I just had passed 5911 as my subscriber count. I believe God orchestrated all that. But now we just passed 6,666 hours since May 4th, right? Just this past day, it looks like. And people are thinking that the Super Bowl is going to be potentially the time that something's going to happen. Trump's going to be there, first president ever supposedly attend Super Bowl. It's highly likely a lot of things could happen. Anytime now, I believe God, our waters are going to break, which these etheric murderous parasites have been draining off our oil, stealing our judgment from us. As Habakkuk 1, 3-4 says, or right around there, 2-4, the wicked does compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceeds. And these hypocrites have been robbing us the whole time. But we're now just crossed 6,666 hours since, okay, it's a full birth term now. So I believe this is the time, okay. But Tiffany knew, okay, this is right after the eclipse. She likes to thrift shop. There was a lot of things that indicated to me she knew what was going on. She brought this right before the eclipse on the 6th, okay? And, she helped me out in many ways, but it wasn't meant for us to be together. And I know a lot of people are going to have trouble understanding that. God wants us to be in union in His Holy Spirit. And a lot of us have equally unyoked with, sorcerers. It was never meant to be that way. That's Satan's kingdom, though. He tried to prevent us in many ways. Like I said, she helped me out in a lot of ways, too. I learned a lot of lessons being with her. And, it's bittersweet. Okay, so it was the 4th or the 5th. She laid these down, also brought these back from thrifting. These were from like late 1948 or 9 or somewhere right around that time, 1950. Okay, she laid these down. Look what it says, "Behold the bride." So yeah, she looked at me in astonishment. She says, "Wow, you're getting married to Angelica?" So she could see it. She could see these things. Bridge of dreams, right? That's what's going to happen, is that these people have robbed us of our oil to where we couldn't even dream Let's say Ezekiel 30:31 that God's going to break the enemy's yoke off of us, and our rivers shall flow like our water shall flow like rivers of oil. And that's the thing, is that they've been robbing us, okay? But Psalm 126, God's going to turn our captivity. We're going to be like them that dream. And all these wicked children that cursed and robbed us because they climbed up the wrong way are getting judgment, double cup of torment, desolation, and sorrow for what these people done. It had been better had they not been born when God's elect appear on this earth. And they could see it on the 4th, I believe. Okay. And my sister also messaged me at that time. And it had been better had they not been born. So let's see, all this stuff. This is, like I said, this is kind of going all over the place. But, so, let's see. So, yeah, it was interesting that this was May 3rd, right? This happened. She had bought this. This is a sign of royalty, right? That, and then I'd spilled the salsa. That was not, it's so strange how this happened. Like, it's astonishing to me. Like the elephants walking in the blood, right? The symbol of royalty. I just spilled my salsa. I covered this before, but she bought that, set it right there, and I just happened to drop it, and it just landed perfectly like that. God controls our steps. He doesn't, nothing happens outside of his will. He's in control of the AI system. And these people have despised and cursed us perpetually. And here's another thing. She set this down and was like pointing at it to give me told me to take a picture. That's her globe. She bought this, set it down in front of it. She knows the earth isn't flat, but she never admitted it, but pretty much was admitting it here. It's in the Simpsons, right? So the dome's going to break. That might be why the ice fell the other day on a house in Florida. Once that thing breaks, it's over, man. The rain, the floods, and the winds, I think it's Amos 5:8. God calls for the waters of the sea and pours them out upon the face of the earth. So
it's a long fly ball going back, and the ball shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself down into the stadium. Oh, Simpson just broke this dream's reality wide open.
Yeah, so we're about to get our Bridge of Dreams. It's going to be a bloodbath. I hope these people know they get this vibes of wrath, and once God's wrath falls, it's like a random anvil. Yeah, it's going to fall heavy upon the wicked. The capstone is going to crush these people to pieces for what they've done. All these murderous sinners, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Barack Obama, all of them, they're all guilty. These hypocrites have robbed and cursed us, a whole family of murderous parasites. There was definitely something going on here with this, I believe, which maybe that's indicative of March, or who knows as far as when this is going to happen. I was thinking 128. It can happen anytime now, but now we just crossed 9 months and 666,000 hours since the 666,000 hours, or 6,666. Yeah, so we're definitely at the time, I believe. Kind of a little spastastic about this, but so yeah, there's things to indicate to me. That shows to use my heart. So yeah, it was what, May 2nd, and then 1/7 slipped in there. Okay, May 5th came there. I was at 777. Okay, God did all this intentionally, I believe, right? And then I peaked at 8,505 followers, and then I've only lost, almost have lost 500 followers since in the last like 6, 7, 8 months since I gained 69. So these evil children have been robbing us, okay? Trying to stop and curse and block our blessings perpetually, the gates of iron and brass. They can see it. Look, here's this song here. Okay, New Light. You can read the lyrics. They could see all this stuff. This was a little bit later on. I crossed this song. Okay, but a lot of these people, at least about a third, I believe, are psychic in our midst, have hidden the truth from us, hoping that we wouldn't fully awake. Try to block us the whole time when you could see it in the etheric realm already. And still try to curse and rob and block us instead of repent. That's why God's judging these people. They're sorcerers. They don't have no sense. A bunch of robots, soulless, conscienceless people, basically. You can't curse people perpetually and think you're going to be blessed. Right? Imagine not like me. I'm just at home chilling, right? Dealing with a bunch of thorns every day. It is a righteous thing. I've dealt with this for decades. So, and also, what's her name said something to me about like only having one contact in Puerto Rico. That was back in March. Angelica did. She asked me if I could see the moon. God's going to destroy the moon also, I believe. She said, nope, I don't see it. And I only have one contact in Puerto Rico who told me. And that's the thing is, and Tiffany also said something. She put this on the, I looked up and seen this on the porch. She bought this, set it in front of me, right? It had said something about 3 acres of land for my inheritance in Puerto Rico. So, you know, we're dealing with a bunch of people that have cursed, robbed, oppressed, and cheated the whole time, as this covers. And it's time for judgment upon this whole kingdom of sinners. Not going to be shooting no more arrows anymore. Okay, God's people are about to get married. His elect are about to get married, I believe. And it's going to, these people have wanted to prevent love from manifesting on earth. These evil rulers have literally blocked people. They think love is a gun, have destroyed people's souls to bring people up into the waters above, right? Catching the prey, they catch men. They set a trap, they catch men. That's what Ezekiel says, right? Try to rob me of my soul. God is about to kill all these sinners in judgment. I'm telling you, you hypocrites better go hide. Because if I believe I get sealed, I'm killing all you hypocrites in judgment for what you liars have done. We're killing you guys in judgment. The rulers are going to die overnight. Most of these hypocrites that robbed us. Okay, this covers it right here. Okay, these people had a head full of rain because they're either wicked, lawless. God rains on the just and the unjust, right? But guess what? He's drying up all their waters now. It's over. Okay. And I believe the second 9/11 basically is when the stars fall. Okay. God's people come together. It's going to be a whole new starscape created. All the stars are falling, and then God's elect go up, create a whole new etheric realm. There'll be gates to the new earth to bring people up that weren't, completely wicked, part of the problem. And it's over. Okay, the trumpet's going to blow. It can happen literally at any time now. I got my Instagram. I was blocked out. They blocked me out of my Instagram. They must have, somebody's paying attention, listening to me. There's agents, I believe, that probably monitor me continuously. Could be multitudes of people in the etheric realm watching me constantly. And these people, this is what they're getting here. So, yeah, I've kind of been going all over the place, but
From across the great divide, voices trapped in yearning, memories trapped in time.
yeah, so they think to stop our blessings and curse and rob us when they had heaven, literally would drain people of their life force and energy. All these hypocritical people deserve judgment. Look at this. YouTube tells this guy, congratulations. He gained 19, almost 20,000, 20 million followers in 24 hours. So what? You guys have literally manipulated everything. You guys are hypocrites. These people deserve judgment. This whole kingdom of sorcerers that cursed and robbed people, a bunch of murderous parasites. Whole hives, it must be whole hives and groups of people trying to stop me. All it is just beating around the bush. You guys have no power. He's about to kill all you sinners in judgment now that cursed us. There's about to be tremendous upheaval, you guys, as God seals his people because they know. You think you can block and curse and rob people by cheating, be as spiritual murderous parasites, and not be held accountable? This whole kingdom participated in the genocide agenda and poisoned people's blood from the ether with your lips to make people go reprobate. You're all getting judged. Every one of you people that are sorcerers are being destroyed in judgment now. Okay? It's a righteous thing he would destroy all these deceitful people that robbed and cheated us. Okay? Then they're about to turn out the lights. Okay? Literally would block me from having my love, my contentment, my connections, my happiness. I'm all alone. I've literally haven't been able to communicate with anybody for months, barely at all. I have 2 people I talk to on Instagram, and that's basically it. 2 regulars I'm allowed to talk to. Now they just blocked me out, right? Because I was starting to make this video. I tried 3 or 4 times. I'm like, it's kind of too all over the place. But we're definitely at the time. You can hear it in these lyrics here. I drink for the soulless, shelling the one. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. You know, a bunch of people that don't deserve to be blessed. And guess what's about to happen now? I've been waiting, right? God is going to bring his people together. In the cave which wild weeds cover, wait for thine ethereal lover, right? God is going to unite his people. They're going to be the gates to the new earth. It's the same situation as Adam and Eve. He's putting his people naked in paradise together as the remnant, like the book of Enoch talked about, 65, I believe, will be here to save whoever is worthy on earth in this judgment. The whole earth is getting destroyed. Okay, literally the whole earth is going to be opening its jaws to swallow a lot of these people. Okay, when the north wind blows, right? Song of Solomon 4:16, the whole earth is going to shake. God's destroying the Vatican, Rome, all of it. New York City's going underwater, I believe. He'll probably destroy Washington, D.C. too. This is all going to happen, okay? Ezekiel 32 says he's going to cover the sun with the cloud. You're going to vex the hearts of many people. Okay, and it has something to do with Trump, I believe, too, probably. I don't know how this is all going to play out. Scripture seems kind of enigmatic, but as far as prophecy, you can't necessarily always know until it happens and passes, but we're definitely at the time now where God is going to bring his kingdom into full manifestation. It's going to be a huge harvest. And judgment time for what these parasites have done. Okay? It's going to be men and women, basically, that God is going to seal, that learn the Song of Moses throughout the whole earth. That are going to be the new gates. He's going to cause a lot of envy. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. Yeah, he shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time held my peace. Now I will both travail and lay waste. Okay? He's going to destroy the wicked that persecuted and afflicted us. All these treasonous rulers in on the big secret, right? Swore oaths and hid the truth. You guys are all going to hang now for what you hypocrites have done. You murderous children would steal money, spread war around the earth for profit, have a war machine, and then persecute the poor and afflict us because you're a murderous, already dead parasite and cheat. All these people are going into a furnace for what they did now. You hypocritical families are going into a burning pit of judgment, and there's no avoiding it. Were they going to persecute the Christians, try to gather us up? No, most of these hypocrites are getting destroyed, bound up in bundles overnight for what they did. They're going into the lake of fire now, okay? Try to tell us the earth is a globe. It's clear the sun is right above us. Take millions of dollars of our taxpayer dollars a day. You guys are all going into a furnace, especially this bitch right here, okay? I literally have not gained any new followers this whole time on Instagram because this treasonous piece of trash was a sorcerer the whole time. Knew what I posted back in 2016 was exposing their bullshit and was the blueprint. And then have, cursed and robbed us, basically. So this is basically, God is going to rapture his people, are going to be sealed. The ones that are 5 wise virgins will be ready. Okay, and then he's doing the harvest. And you're either going, there's 2 or 3 different groups, okay, that are about, it's the wise virgins go, I do believe, in a rapture when the 144,000 are sealed. The waters above fall down, right? Everybody that has oil will rise, okay, the 5 wise virgins. But a lot of people, the believers, don't have oil. And that's what the 144,000 are here, is to still redeem those people and help them out, And some people are going to have to be martyred also. But that's I believe it's a 40-day harvest. Okay, but all these people are done, dude. A bunch of murderous children, So yeah, like I said, a lot of these people are psychic. They could see this. This was back in like July sometime. Really would prefer not to see this kind of violence on my timeline. Butterfly versus the fish, right? Or the caterpillar versus the fish. So we've been in our cocoon this whole time, right? Gathering our oil. They've been trying to steal and rob it from us and block our ascent. Well, like a butterfly, God's going to set his people free, right? At the blowing of the north wind, Song of Solomon 4:16. Awake, O north wind, and come thou south. Blow upon my garden that the spices thereof may flow out. Let my beloved come into his garden and eat his pleasant fruits. So they've been holding us all captive. They're all getting destroyed in judgment, wiped out of existence. When God blows his north wind, the whole earth shakes. All their strongholds, it's like a time quake too. Heaven and earth shakes, I believe. And everything's going to shake. It's going to be a supernatural shaking, right? But the north wind blows. All our strongholds fall off and burn out. It's over for all these people. And then it's basically, you see this, so who you voting for, he says, right? Who you got? You going to Satan's team, or you going to, God's team? So look at this. Tiffany posted this, or put this on, it was like September, I think. It was, right here. She set this out after one Saturday thrifting. And then I was like, what is this? And I'm the one that actually set it out here. It was just sitting here on the porch on this table. But then I was like, oh, there's a message here. So she's known the whole time and has just kept it to herself, but had the vision. Basically, everybody did around the 4th or the 5th, right? 666,000 hours since Israel's a nation. They've been able to see it the whole time. Now we're 6,666 hours out now. A full birth period, and the 4th or the 5th was the turning point, I believe. So any time now. Maybe within the next 5 days. That's 9 months, 8 days. That's the circumcision time. It's any time, I believe. So there's more things that I wanted to cover here, but I don't want to make this very long. She brought this home too one day, right? We're going to be guarding the gates, right? These gatekeepers are getting exterminated.
There's no room for evasion. I'm sensing frustration. Choose me for relief. There's no better equation. Don't knock the vibrations we plan to achieve. Oh yeah. Look at you, look at me. Perfectly aligned. Look at our energy. Perfectly designed. Ain't nothing stopping us. Like we're unconfined. Check out my blueprint. Perfectly aligned. I can knock the edge off. Let me knock the edge off for your own sight. I can leave your body well. Let me leave your body well through the daylight. Turn you up, won't let you down. In a bad mood, turn around. If you let me knock the edge off, I can knock the edge off for you right now.
Yeah, so I've definitely, I believe, shared the blueprint, and these criminal sinners, murderous, treasonous parasites ruling our nations. Okay, a lot of people are guilty or about to get destroyed in judgment when the truth was obvious the whole time. And instead of fix it, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't change. Try to cover up the truth, rob us the whole time. All the etheric parasites are going now, that cursed, and, it's about to be a big, big catastrophe on earth, I believe, for the wicked. It's not the same situation for the people that had been
Bring it on.
repenting. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the angel hit me with this beam of light. This was May 10th. I know it's kind of silly, but that came through the trees like that. That perfect. It looks like my head's being sealed, and that's what God's about to seal us, right? So they can't touch us no more. The whole decade plus of this bullcrap. People grinding my face. What a bunch of evil sinners. All these people are getting destroyed now. Deceitful, murderous children, dude. Why should these people be able to live? They're not going to. Like Enoch said, there's going to be a remnant left here on earth to deal with these people. Okay? That it's going to be a bloodbath. These people are walking into a problem that they created themselves, not paying, not heeding our warnings. So, You know, literally block love and everything good on earth. All these people definitely deserve to be destroyed for what they've done. You know, trying to block my love life, my happiness, my contentment, and I don't even really do anything wrong to people. I'm not like a big, I'm still a sinner, yeah. But these evil, wicked children would block me from having love on earth. God, that's what I'm saying. It's the love of God. True love brings judgment. True love brings judgment, and that's why have tried so hard, even after seeing this in the spiritual realm, to try to block us because they know they're all getting destroyed. Okay, yeah, you think love is a gun? No, all their lawless deeds are being held to account now. They were essentially uh, immortal. When you tap into the etheric realm, it's like, timeless. So you can leave your body, close your eyes, be in the timeless realm, and it's like one day could be 1,000,000,000 years. I don't know exactly. Ogtella has talked about it. But that's what Jesus said. I came to give them life that they may have it more abundantly. And that's the thing, is that when you get into the spirit, you don't have, strongholds on you from Satan's kingdom, then you're free. And that's what the rulers have had by cheating, climbing up the wrong way. And, I've been robbing and cursing people the whole time. Bunch of narcissists, thieves, tyrants, fools, puppets, controlled oppositions. All these people, they're eating human flesh and stuff and drinking, yeah, so after May 8th, these demons have been blocking me from communicating, or basically standing in her place, trying to make me like mad at her because she won't give me any direct answers or talk to me. If it has been her, it doesn't make any sense to me. You deceitful children. You guys are all getting a bloodbath. It's the wine press of the wrath of God. Worthless children. Yeah, you help poison the blood of mankind, you deceitful piece of trash. You're getting executed, Mark. All you evil children are getting judged for what you've done. Try to curse and rob me perpetually. You murderous parasites are going to hell now. Yep, and it's the intelligence communities. This has all been a big secret. A bunch of murderous parasites are getting judged now. And whoever blocked me out of my Instagram, you guys, they can't stop it. All they've been able to do is push it off by cursing us perpetually, thinking you're going to block our gates. God's destroying all these evil children that participated in genocide are getting annihilated now. Anytime now. It's over. So it's a righteous thing. You literally block people's love on earth, block people's freedom, try to control people and manipulate people. You guys have a lot of nerve. It's a righteous thing. God would plunge this whole kingdom of witches, warlocks, black magic practitioners into a pit. Oath sworn liars, all of Freemasonry, it's all getting destroyed. All you murderous children that literally blocked our freedom have no right to continue. You know? Anyways, I don't know how much time I have. I think I had like 40 minutes. So if I get cut off, and this is what's about to happen. The waters above, that that ice fell from the on that house. That could be the very firmament breaking up. Maybe not, but where else is that going to come from? People say airplane. Who knows? I doubt that's true. It could be the firmament is about to break up. Okay, we're now 9 months out since that was the turning point, I believe, definitely. Okay. God's people are going to shine. They've literally blocked our light from manifesting fully on earth. God's burning their bars of gates and iron and brass up in judgment with the fire baptism. It's going to destroy all these wicked people. Isaiah 29, 3 through 8. All their strangers that gathered against us, could be millions of people at a time or hundreds of thousands or who knows. It's a nasty feeling that I've had to deal with, and it's a righteous thing. God would incinerate and burn all these people now, right? All the rulers, right? In my cry, I'm crying for judgment, and it shall appear to me. For all our tribulation we've had to go through shall be visited on the rulers and all who help those who plundered you. Okay, these people are going to have to hide themselves as God unsheaths his sword. A change shall take place. This is Isaiah 50. Okay, and in his presence of his glory, right? Unrighteous shall not maintain itself, right? The unrepentant shall perish before him, right? Numbers 13:17 or 17:13. Okay, anything that comes near the tabernacle, the Lord shall die, right? For what you guys have done. It had been better had you not been born. Okay, you guys can't maintain your evil now. It's over for all these sinners that robbed us. The sky's going to break. This is 2009. Okay, and they're telling you, and that's what's about to happen, which is probably maybe the ice chunk is just a sign that that's happening right now. At a certain point, it's going to break. Okay, and all the king families in the north are getting cast down from the etheric realm like a flood. God pours his spirit out, and he's threshing them all out of the earth. Isaiah 29, 3 through 8 is going to burn all these sinners with overflowing scourges for what they've done. Should have backed up, but they can't. They don't have no sense. Okay? Trying to block people's happiness, contentment, and love life on earth, robbing people of their life force and energy, their vitality, their oil. Yeah, you guys are getting destroyed now. It's a righteous thing. All these evil people had to deal with this for this long. When I try helping people, you guys try to block people from seeing the truth, rob me of my comments, growth, and not even let me have any type of interaction with the public because you're hateful, deceitful cheats on this earth. God's about to destroy all these people. So I hope you guys understand. They don't have no right to operate that way, man. I feel the wrath of God ready to explode upon these people. Inside of me, it's burning in my heart. He's going to lay down the law. These people are all going. Bunch of deceitful people, man. Sick people, dude. So yeah, Tiffany brought these home too. That's what we're about to do. We're about to paint the world with glory. We're going to melt everything too. It's all going to melt in fervent heat. It says it in Peter, right? The oceans are going to boil. Isaiah 64. Okay. It's at the end of Revelation. There'll no longer be an ocean. Okay. God's leveling the playing field upon all these evil children now, man.
He's plotting my death. All 50 seeing visions of me shot in the chest. Couldn't rest, no nigga, I was stressed. Had me creeping round corners, homie sleeping in my vest. Shit, I'm like a hostage on the struggle block. Call the cops, a thug nigga screaming west side. Busting double glocks, hitting corners in my Chevy Suburban. Liquor got me driving up on the curb, hand on the steering wheel. Swerving, bless me, Father, I'm a sinner. I'm living in hell, just let me live on these streets. Cause ain't no peace for me in jail. Getting worldwide exposure. With a bunch of niggas that don't give a fuck, riding as my soldiers. I'm just releasing them on the warpath, not your average dealer. West side outlaw, bad boy killer. Complete my mission, my competition no longer beefing. I murdered all them busters, now I'm the last motherfucker free. A buster free, enemies give me reason to be the last motherfucker breathing. Busting my automatic rounds, catch them while they sleeping. Now I'm the last motherfucker free. Make sure I hold my position, stand firm in the dirt. For all my soldiers gone, we burning the earth. Outlaws worldwide, we pack the block. Shooting rocks at the kid outs, bust back for pop. Ass shot, here to tell you that it's hell down here. Stale down here, too many jails down here. Why you act like you don't hear me?
Yeah, so that's what's about to happen. The true talent has been hidden, right? They've covered God's jewels in dross, right? Trying to hide our gifts as envious, murderous, jealous parasites, right? Me and my girlfriend are about to kill all you sinners now, dude. Deceitful children, you know? That's what's about to happen.
Bring it on!
Look for me, lost in the whirlwind. 96 Bonnie and Clyde, me and my girlfriend. 285 when we ride, dropping this water sin. Born as a ghetto child, raised in this whirlwind. Come on.
It's a righteous thing, though. God would destroy all these people trying to hide our, they're literally, we're famous and they're hiding it. And they think they've had this whole, it was all backwards. It was all backwards. Everything was backwards. These people have been parasites on us. Hollywood, they're all in on the secret. It's the whole kingdom. It's all to control people's minds, manipulate people, and have a kingdom of idolatry set up where everything's sensual and worldly and about, the physical realm. Well, if you get into the spirit, you don't even need, everything's within your, you don't even need physical possessions because everything, it's like a big bubble, right? The portals will heaven shall be open to you is what's about to happen to God's people. It won't matter where we are. We'll be anywhere content, needing nothing at all, no food, any of it. Okay, when you're in the spirit, it's like being immortal. Okay, so he's about to annihilate these gatekeepers, and then we're going to be guarding it. They're not going to be able to drink stolen waters no more. Parasite on our energy, dude. It's over, dude, for all these people. It's just so righteous that God would bring this forward. So I don't want to make this is probably coming up on 40 minutes, but, I peaked. And then I'm coming up to, I've lost 500 since May 13th. I peaked this was the highest I went, which is Infinity Help, right? SOS. And then I've lost 500 almost now, coming up on 500 since May, which is what, like 8 or 9 months? Okay, all these deceitful people pushed me down twice. The AI system, I went up, went down. You can see it's all manipulation, has been since 2016. Right, when God sets all this thing straight, people are going to be a lot happier. We don't have a bunch of murderous children, that will poison people's blood and rob people for corporate gain, for mammon. These people are done. It is over for all these evil children. Seriously, Tiffany put this out too. And it was weird because it didn't even... So I'm not sure if she was even fully aware of what she was doing or if God was doing it through her. God can use people and make them do things and they don't even not even aware that they do it, right? Like I've done things where I realized he was the one that directed my steps, But she set this out right here to where the sun came down that day perfectly, and it looks like the horned devil laying down. And if you look, it didn't make any sense why it appeared like that, It was just strange, but that's what's about to happen. God is going to cast Apollyon down. It's going to break the firmament. That's when God's stars go up, right? Revelation 9. The firmament's going to break because of the star that falls, I believe. All the stars fall at the same time. The whole earth basically gets destroyed. The oceans basically all disappear, evaporate because of the pressure change. And the whole earth gets pretty much destroyed, like it says in the part from Enoch. So, she is also the one that said payback from way back. And I was like, oh, I'm going to look that up in the, how much that is on gematria and all this. This was an interesting, bunch of words that went with it. So these people built their own altar. AI, I believe, is what God is going to, these people are going to be tortured in judgment by this Apollyon when he falls down. It's the end of their world, okay? And it's going to happen, I think, in just a few short days, maybe. Right? At evening tide trouble, and before the morning he is not. But yeah, if you look at that, it looks like the horned devil looking down. And then when you look, it doesn't even look like it makes sense why that appeared that way. But, anyways, yeah, this is the situation.
I'm trying to report my...
All the rulers are placating. It's all been a contrived show, this whole situation, right? While they're drinking on our mountain. Obadiah 1 says, as you have drank on my mountain, so all the heathen will drink and swallow down and become like you never existed. Right? God's about to stain the pride of all glory and to bring all of these people into contempt because they've been worshiping idols. It's all ending now. Jesus Christ will be the only God on this earth. Okay? So thank God all this stuff's getting fixed, man. Right? Just a small group of people, too, that God needs to do this. Right? And I've basically proved with my study material, the 2 studies, like I said, have condensed the truth to make it undeniable. We have human host bodies. When you put it all together, it makes the truth undeniable, and they would block people from being able to see that. Right? They will know that God's law is hard to prove. That study on 2 and 3 proves it. With 4, 5, and 6, both those 2 studies are like keys. Okay? And here it is. And it proves, if you look through it, it makes the truth undeniable. I went through a lot of years of affliction, gathered those answers over time. Okay? It wasn't gathered with ease. It wasn't like, it's not cheap wisdom. Okay, and it's undeniable. And then the whole time these evil children robbed and cursed us and tried to destroy us, block my love life. Oh, you're definitely dying. All you people that involved are dying in judgment now. You murderous parasites. Yeah, God has taken his sword to execute these people. All the rulers, that's why they're going to hide. They're getting judged for what they've done. Literally would block me. This is what she said on the 5th too, right? Dreamed. So this has all been a dream, apparently. We've been in a dream state. But I've been awake this whole time. But when God wakes us up to the etheric realm, it's like you're awake dreaming, right? And it's like bliss, I believe, when we cross over, which they've had. Now it's getting cut off. Right? Isaiah 19, 5 through 10. They're going to turn the waters far away. The rivers shall be wasted and dried up. And then these people are getting to suffer now for what these hypocrites did, dude. Bunch of lying, deceitful children, man. Yeah, these people are used up, right? You can't put new wine into old wineskins. It's going to burst all their bottles, right? That used to say wineskins. It changed to bottles somehow supernaturally, and they're going to be shattered in pieces, all these wicked families, evil children, man. It's over. The judgment is going to be... You guys, if you don't want to get caught off guard, and that's what I'm telling you, make this video. I know it's kind of all over the place, and I seem kind of... a little too excited, but yeah, pay attention. This is any time now, I believe. This can happen anytime. So hopefully sooner than later, because I'm really, each day has been grieving thorns, trying to, like you guys, like we're your possession. You should be able to hold us when you're a bunch of lawless cheats. God's killing all these people now in judgment. Okay? So I guess that's about it. Should be coming up on 40 minutes now, I think. Their worm shall not die, nor their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh. Right? And these people supposedly put a Hydra vulgaris in those shots, bugs that are immortal. They grow into worms. They don't die, right? It's the last verse of Isaiah 66:24. Yeah, it's going to be a horrific situation here on earth as these plagues all unfold, as the star falls, God takes his people out of here. Instant freaking tears for a lot of people that didn't repent or regard the message, and judgment. And it's a righteous thing. A bunch of murderous children, you curse the righteous the whole time. Enjoy that. You deceitful people that didn't heed our warnings, especially the rulers. Disgusting.
speculations and how much I'm my own worst enemy and my own devil's advocate. I mean, I'll make a video where I'm 99% sure of something, and then right when I press stop on the recording, I start second guessing it. But now, to know that it's all been confirmed and that everything that we've been speculating about not only has legs, but it doubt my speculations and how much I might.
He said not only has legs, but it is grounded, right? And it's a lot of people are not grounded on Earth, have been basically, didn't keep faith. So, anyways, I'm way over what I thought I had, but I think that was about everything. Yeah, Nasara is a trap. Anything where they're trying to control you, they're not exposing the deep state, right? It was in the Arise the Subgenius video I posted about that back in 2016. It's the 19th video down in my Latter Rain playlist, which is AI. I believe Donald Trump is Bob Dobbs. He comes to unmask the conspiracy, right? And to get us back the slack they stole, right? Like a businessman. Well, that's Donald Trump, I believe. It's all just to basically take you to hell, right? And everybody didn't repent is gone, basically, if they didn't hear this, God said it, because they didn't regard the truth and love the truth, and they loved wickedness. Okay, they're getting strong delusion. That's what's about to happen as this star falls. A lot of people they're not making it out of this for, not paying attention or seeking the truth or repenting. So, excuse me. Anyways, yeah, these people have been robbing us, and they're all getting judged now for what they've done. You murderous piece of trash. You are definitely a piece of trash, Mark. And all you agents that block me from communicating with people, you guys deserve to burn in hell. Every one of you hateful children that poison the blood of mankind, corporately or from the ether, you guys can all enjoy your judgment. You murderous children, right? These sorcerers, there ain't no place of repentance. They're damned. Yeah, you're damned, Mark, you hypocrites. Bill Gates, all these treasonous AI robots, they're all going into a furnace to burn eternally now. And everybody that wanted to fight with them on that side, right, to maintain a kingdom of death and robbery, oppression, deceit, and judgment. Enjoy hell, because that's exactly what you're getting, all you murderous children. So God bless you guys. We'll talk more later, hopefully. Maybe not. Anytime now. So be ready.